People are also talking about artificial intelligence once again in the spotlight. And this morning, it has a lot of people talking about its influence, Sean, on art specifically.
Yeah, we just can't stop talking about this. Every week there's something to deal with when it comes to AI. This comes after a controversial concert poster is overshadowing a big EDM show in the Bay Area. That's electronic music giant DJ Illenium. The Grammy-winning producer is apologizing to fans after getting roasted for using AI to design the flyer promoting next month's two-weekend residency at the Bill Graham Civic Auditorium in San Francisco. So here is the flyer that has a lot of people talking. The image shows Illenium standing in the middle of the Golden Gate Bridge, staring at what's supposed to be the San Francisco skyline, but fans quickly called out the poster, saying Illenium should pay an actual artist instead of using AI. Here's some of the complaints. They say that, one, his hands look like claws, the edges of the Golden Gate Bridge warp, and the city skyline isn't recognizable and is obviously misplaced because the Golden Gate Bridge does not land right there.
Wow, I mean, people got very
sharp.
specific.
Yeah.
Very sharp. I mean, they paid attention.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, like, art is creative. If you do a collage and put things together, it's not always going to be exactly as it is in real life. That's the whole point.
Right.
What the big issue is, where I think it is, you're taking away work from an artist. You know, someone who has worked their whole life and can be very creative, maybe even a little more specific and better than what that AI created when you look at the hands and the warpness on the bridge.
Yeah, and that's what we understand is kind of at play here, is that it was supposed to be part of the process. So let's share a little bit about what some of the fans have been posting on X. One saying in part, come on, you could easily pay one 3D artist to whip up a poster in a few days if needed, which should be easy when you're already working with so many cool artists who probably would love to work with you again.
Yeah, and another saying, quote, love you, bro, but you're one of the biggest in the EDM industry. You got to support artists to set a good example. Well, this user also saying, I don't know why everyone is upset. The poster did its job. I know that there is going to be 2 sick weekends of Illenium. And then Matt saying, this is cool and all, but maybe let's stop promoting AI art through these posters instead of commissioning actual artists. And I think that's the best point you make right there. But it did get the point across. We know what's happening.
Right. And what I think is also important to remember is that it is about angles, right? A lot of times we see shots of this city where the Golden Gate Bridge lines up so perfectly with the skyline. So maybe that was the thought there. He did go on to explain that the idea was AI was going to help us to then work with an artist who was going to create something. This was kind of like a blueprint, but the management team, I guess, went with the AI version instead of waiting for the artist.
And, you know, I mean, I think this is something that really brings up the question how we have to sort of look at things as we move forward. With AI, you know, things are going to be created. And I do appreciate it that people looked at it with a fine-tooth comb to sort of, you know, uncover where its origins were.
It's a good early sign that people can notice the difference and they are on top of it.
Yeah, sounds good to me.